Have you ever felt like you were living your life for someone else? Have you caught yourself making choices, not because they felt right to you, but because they seemed to please others? It's an experience most of us know well, but what if I told you that real freedom comes from daring to displease? Yes, the key to living authentically might just lie in being unapologetically yourself. Let's face it, pleasing everyone is exhausting. No matter how much effort you put into it, someone, somewhere, will always have a problem with who you are or what you do. So, why waste your energy trying to meet impossible standards? Instead, let's explore what it means to live authentically through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism, an ancient school of thought, encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of the rest. Imagine you're trying to please a friend by agreeing to something you don't actually want to do. You're sacrificing your time and peace, but can you guarantee they'll be satisfied? You can't control their feelings, and you certainly can't predict their reactions. What you can control, however, is your choice to be honest about your desires. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Think about it. Instead of obsessing over how others perceive you, wouldn't it be more liberating to focus on becoming the person you genuinely want to be? The truth is, the people who matter most will respect you more for being authentic than for bending over backward to gain approval. Now, here's a question for you. When was the last time you said no to something that didn't align with your values? Did you feel a sense of relief, or were you overwhelmed with guilt? Many of us struggle with guilt because society often equates saying no with being selfish. But is it selfish to protect your peace? Or is it necessary for your well-being? Living authentically doesn't mean being rude or disregarding others' feelings. It means having the courage to prioritize your values and stand firm in your beliefs. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, taught that we should distinguish between what is within our power and what isn't. He argued that our opinions, desires, and actions are within our control, while the approval of others isn't. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from the endless cycle of seeking validation. Here's something to ponder. What's the worst that could happen if you stopped trying to please everyone? Would you lose some relationships? Perhaps. But would those relationships be worth keeping if they depended solely on you conforming to someone else's expectations? Real connections thrive on mutual respect and authenticity. By daring to displease, you're giving others the opportunity to know the real you, flaws and all. Of course, embracing your authentic self is easier said than done. It requires unlearning years of conditioning that taught you to equate your worth with others' opinions. It's a journey, not a destination. You might start small, like expressing a preference you've been hiding or setting a boundary you've been avoiding. Each step you take toward authenticity strengthens your confidence and reinforces the belief that you are enough, just as you are. Think about a time when you felt truly yourself. What were you doing? Who were you with? How did it feel? Hold on to that memory. It's proof that you can live authentically. The more you tap into those moments, the more you'll realize that the freedom to be yourself is worth the discomfort of disappointing others. Daring to displease doesn't mean rejecting all feedback or ignoring constructive criticism. On the contrary, it means being open to growth while staying rooted in your core values. When you're clear about who you are, you're better equipped to discern which feedback is helpful and which is merely a reflection of someone else's insecurities or biases. Let's circle back to Stoic philosophy for a moment. The Stoics believed in living a life of virtue, guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. These principles can serve as a compass for your authenticity journey. When faced with a decision, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Am I acting out of fear of judgment, or am I staying true to myself? These questions can help you navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and purpose. You might wonder, what if people think I'm selfish or arrogant? It's a valid concern, but remember, you can't control what others think. What you can do is live with integrity and let your actions speak for themselves. Over time, those who truly matter will come to appreciate your authenticity, even if they don't understand it right away. Imagine a life where you wake up each day knowing you're living in alignment with your values. No more pretending, no more people-pleasing, just the freedom to be yourself. How would that change your relationships, your career, your sense of self-worth? The beauty of daring to displease is that it opens the door to deeper, more meaningful connections and a greater sense of inner peace. It's important to acknowledge that daring to displease can be uncomfortable, especially at first. You might feel lonely or misunderstood, but isn't temporary discomfort a small price to pay for long-term happiness and self-respect? Growth often comes with growing pains, but the rewards far outweigh the challenges. So, how do you start? Begin by identifying the areas of your life where you feel the most pressure to conform. Is it at work, with family, or in your social circle? Once you've pinpointed these areas, reflect on what truly matters to you. What are your non-negotiables? What brings you joy and fulfillment? Use these insights to guide your choices and actions. As you embark on this journey, remember that you're not alone. Many people struggle with the fear of disapproval, but those who dare to face that fear often discover a newfound sense of freedom and self-worth. By sharing your experiences and insights, you can inspire others to embrace their authenticity as well. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing to our channel. We explore topics like Stoic philosophy, self-discovery, and personal growth to help you live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Together, we can build a community of individuals who dare to displease and find freedom in being themselves. Are you ready to take the first step toward living authentically? What's one small change you can make today to honor your true self? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and support you on this journey. Remember, the path to freedom starts with a single, courageous step. Dare to displease, and you might just find the life you were always meant to live.